We are talking about my book today, and we are talking about my book and how it's going to help you. And we're doing 9 of these mini series moments coming up through the rest of the year. We're so happy to have you with us. Hello, Amy. Thank you for joining. This is fantastic. We're going to just chat about what the book is about and how you can use this book to advance your messaging. So the book is called Red Light, Green Light. It's an Amazon bestseller. It was a #1 new release when it launched on July 15th. And it's called How Top Leaders Present with Polish, Get Buy-in, and Become More Influential. And I just wanted to do a test drive today, honestly. We're streaming this live through LinkedIn. We are streaming it at our YouTube channel. We are at my Facebook profile, waiting to see who might show up. Amy, just so you know, you're in my guest window, so you are on screen, my friend, and just in case you need to get up and leave, you'll know. This is exactly why we do this. And you know, it's funny. We have to test drive messages, we have to test drive platforms, and that's just the way it goes. So thanks for being my guinea pig with me today. You guys, I'm so proud of what this book is becoming, and I've heard from so many people what they're learning from the book and how much they're enjoying the stories. And really, I wrote this for you because so many people are having the hardest time getting their messages to stick. So it's really about, can you craft a message for your board, for the vice presidents that are lateral to you and your peers? Can you develop a message that is going downstream to your teams that has stick? When you need to get buy-in from an audience to get your idea furthered, whether it's an investor pitch or a new product line or a sale or whatever it might be, you need your idea to stick and be memorable, right? And so often our leaders, the ones that we work with and those I've talked with all these years, coming up on 10 years with On Point, which is insane. But you know, they really want to talk all about the things that they know because they're experts. You are experts in technology and finance and in all of the amazing areas where you've learned and grown in your areas of expertise. So what we help people do is crystallize those ideas. I want to read from the book really quickly because I have a fantastic leader who wrote the foreword for the book. Ben Walker, if you're watching this and if you see this, just again, thank you for sharing with us and with our readers some of your own thoughts after seeing the how to model develop and what it's meant for you. So, this book is about a model I developed called the How To Model, and it's an acronym and it's a 5-step framework to get you to message mastery with any audience every time. Okay, and Ben said, over the years, this is page XIII, okay, in the foreword. Over the years, I've seen thousands of people try to gain buy in from audiences on technical, business, and strategic topics. Some succeed and many don't. Why? Being clear and succinct and getting stakeholders to say yes isn't just about being smart or knowing your material. It's about delivering your message in a way that connects, convinces, and compels positive action. That's where Cindy's model changes the game. And that's exactly what we're going to do in these 9 sessions. I'm going to walk you through kind of a quick overview, summary of the entire book, chapter by chapter, play by play. So when you get the book in your hands and you've ordered it from Amazon, one of the thoughts that I've given folks is when you look real close at the book, you can see that some of the pages are green along the edges, and that's the place where you can open up and see photos and stories about how this whole book and concept came to be. But I always loved when I was a kid and I got books from the library, usually like a biography. I'd look at the book and the spine and stand it up and I'd see those like shiny pages that indicated there were photos or pictures. And I always went to those first. So I put those in here for you so that you could see kind of what what the framework looks like when people are using it, what it looks like when the teams are learning it, and so you can learn the story behind the story. And so that's just a fun piece for you to see the pieces that are happening there. So I'm going to take a look here. I want to know who's here. We've got 3 folks at LinkedIn and others who are starting to join. How do I figure out who's at LinkedIn? This is great. I love this piece. Let's see if I can figure this out. Thanks everybody for hanging with me while we play around with this. Test driving is key, and we're gonna see if I can figure out how to find this. We've got, are you able, who's here and can maybe shoot a message over? Are you able to do that in here's the chat. We've got, hello from Mexico. I'm international. Thanks, Tracy. That's fantastic. And I know that Amy was here too. But it looks like you're able to see this and share where you're from in the chat. Okay. We're gonna go through and take a look at the video as we go back through and see where people are calling in from. But we want you to understand the power behind these mini series moments that we're going to start doing. And I'm excited to share with you a little more about the book and give you a tour. So the first couple chapters, introduction around the problem and what we're facing as leaders, what you're facing as leaders when you are in front of stakeholders and you have this, this tug, this grasp to go deep on what you are brilliant at. Hey, Michael, how are you? It's so great to see you. We're talking about the book and where we're headed next with these little mini series moments that are going to start happening on Fridays with the book. Red light, green light. So when you're a founder and you face an investor audience, when you're a leader in a large corporate environment and you need to talk with those stakeholders and get them to the green light of go, remember that they're starting at that red light of risk, right? So how do we get them from the red light of risk to the green light of go? Well, we do it through story, right? And we do it by hooking them, by orienting them to what it is that we solve as a leader, right? In Michael's case, what is the solution that you're bringing to the market? What is the problem? Can you explain the pain, right? Then we go through in the next chapter, the W for Win Me, and that helps you understand how to share that exciting kind of reveal to your audience of investors about what it is you've built, what it is you've done, or if you're in corporate and you're talking to your peers, what is the thing you're bringing to the table? What's the thing you need your audience to decide on? That's your W moment. And then we get to the word to in the how-to model. T is for tell me more. And this is where you get to shine and strut your stuff, everybody, showing your brilliance. Not too deep until it's warranted, right? But then you kind of pull out from all the detail and you get to that final letter in the how-to model, O for offer me. And offer me means offer your audience something to do, a thing to commit to. Maybe it's the next meeting or the next call. Maybe it's time to close the sale or close the round. And it's time to get that direct language going and make sure that people understand exactly why you came to them and what it is you want them to do. So I want to ask you to think about the message you're working on right now. Come back to these on Fridays. We're going to go down into each chapter, and I'm going to ask for volunteers. I'm going to ask for folks who might be interested to share what it is that they are working on, and we can share through the chat. I can put you in the hot seat if you'd like to be a guest on one of these mini series. We can assist you. We can help. We can test drive your message and ask those who are attending, is this landing? Does it stick? Am I following the model right, Cindy? How do I rehearse it when it's time for me to rehearse, right? So these are some of the pieces we're going to uncover in these mini series moments. So you might want to grab people on your team. You might want to grab people in your cohort. You might want to grab people in your office space or orbit and help them learn more about ways they can create sticky storytelling through the book, Red Light, Green Light. So make sure to grab a copy And are there any questions that folks have? Michael, I know you're out there and you are working on some really exciting stuff. What are you working on for your message? If you're near a way to type in anything to the keyboard, I appreciate the clarity you bring to this. Thank you so much. This is a great topic, and so many folks at Innisphere, which is where Mike is involved in one of the cohorts, they're working on their messages, right? Right, Michael? You're working on your message, you're working on sharpening that, updating our pitch right now for the first fundraise. Absolutely. And those are the moments that matter, right? Those are the moments that matter. And when you're first in front of the group and it's your first 10 words, your first 1 to 2 minutes, can you hook them? Can you hook your audience to keep them listening? How are you starting the sentence? Right? What are the first 4 to 5 words out of your mouth in the sentence? Often we want to rearrange them. Once we've written our script and we've said what we have in our head and we see it on the page, then I often take my chisel and my sandpaper and rearrange some of the words so that the first words out of your mouth create that tension and that intrigue so that they want to listen to the rest of your sentence and then the rest of your pitch. So remembering that, chiseling out your idea is one thing, chiseling out your deck is another thing, and chiseling out the wording is another area that's really important. I'm going to close the LinkedIn Live today, or the live stream, by sharing my rainbow technique, okay? So the rainbow technique is kind of like there's three bows in the sky, the top, the middle, and the lower. And those are all how you can think about ways to craft and edit your message. So the biggest bow is your macro message. Okay, your macro message is, how is my message organized? And is it organized so the audience will follow me through from the beginning to the end? That is the how-to model. Hook me, orient me, win me, tell me more, offer me. That macro bow is me saying to you, are you following that line of argument? Okay, the center, the little kind of medium-sized bow, that's your deck. Okay, is your deck following the how-to model? And what about each slide? Are your titles hooking, right? Rhetorical questions, for example, is a great way to hook your audience in the room by asking a question as the title, like, where is the market going? Instead of a slide that just says market. Okay, so that middle layer is going down a notch into the slides. The smallest little bow is the wording that I was talking about a couple minutes ago. And that's where you really want to chisel out the action verbs, the asking verbs, the some people move, right? Have you heard the some people move? Some people really know a lot about electromagnetic fields, and maybe that's you. Some people don't. So in the first couple minutes of this presentation, I'm going to make sure we're all on the same page, same sheet of music, and define what I mean by electromagnetic fields. Okay, so that's a way for you to not make your audience feel stupid for not knowing, because some people know it and some people don't. So thank you for joining me today, everybody. Make sure that you've gone out to get your copy at Amazon's bestseller as of launch week in the first few days. Really proud of that. Wrote this book for you. Wrote this book so that you have I nailed it moments instead of, dang, I feel like I failed it, right? So come back. We'll be back here on Fridays. Join our newsletter, go subscribe to our channels at YouTube, go subscribe to our newsletter at LinkedIn, come find me, come email me, let me hear what you're working on. Let me hear where you are shining and where you might need some pruning. And happy Friday. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be sharing this recording with you in the coming hours, and I'll see you in our next session. We'll share the dates of that very soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. And don't forget to get out there and help your next audience get from the red light of risk to the green light of go. See? Test drive. Test drive. See you guys later. Bye.